Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Throwing, Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mariota again. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Down, Bridgewater. They'll find Lindsey here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Jackson. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Mariota hands to Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the red zone now, Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. Here's Riddick, and an alley to run, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Black spot 4. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater forced out to his left. He's to the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check the out. Check the out. He's coming to 6. Pull it. High. He's coming to double up.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. The completion to Riddick. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 4. Check 4.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is taken at the 18. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Bridgewater. He finds Whitted, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater being chased out left, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Bridgewater. Caught, it's Wilson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
At the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
It's been a long day for you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 24, check 24.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Begin.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Mark 55.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 83 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Bridgewater now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He's coming. You got double up.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
You go tight.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Mariota. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And again, it's Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and now it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Stop your whining. 45's the mic. Danny. Watch the safety creep. One.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
He's checking. Cracks.
Mariota. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Let's go now. 1500, 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Bridgewater. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Bridgewater on first down. Wilson's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing is Bridgewater. The completion to Riddick. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Play action now. Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Mariota on target there to Humphries. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Mariota gives to Henry. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Titans 24, Broncos 11.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another run by Lindsey, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Today's final